Greetings and salutations, one and all, and welcome back to another exciting week of Siege of the Empire, where me, your host, Mikey Games, going to DM yet another 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game, and it's going to be real exciting because last time we left off at a fight that was slowly slipping out of the grasp of the party, and we're going to see if they can recover and not die, because that would be horrible. Beyond that, I am going to go ahead and turn on Discord here, so I apologize for any loud noises that may happen. It looks like we're still waiting on a few players, so we'll just see what everybody's been up to. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
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 There is not a lot of people in this channel currently.
I know. They're on.
There's a distinct lack of people.
Yes, there is a distinct lack of individuals that exist in this channel currently. But that's okay. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's week was amazing. Jackson, do we have any stories from you from school? I think there's one important one I think that you need to share with the class.
Which one?
Well, not specifically from school, obviously, but...
the uncle thing. Yeah, I'm an uncle.
Indeed.
Nice.
To a tiny baby niece.
Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
Where is everybody?
Is that it? Is that all you have, Jackson?
Well, for once, yeah, like, the normal weird teacher wasn't here.
Oh, really? You didn't have the same TA that wears that is scantily clad while she teaches?
Yeah, it was very strange. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I felt disappointed.
I mean,
like I had part of my week taken away.
I feel like in the grand scheme of things, you have a right to feel disappointed.
Yeah. Hey, Liam.
Howdy.
Guess what?
I really have no idea.
I'm an uncle.
Exciting, I think.
Yeah. What do you... Yeah.
That poor child is what he meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean,
there's
it's only
so
an
much...
uncle.
Yeah, there's so much innocence to corrupt.
Yeah, the funniest thing that Jackson said was he got a little bit sick, like the sniffles, and then he said it's because he killed something so innocent. It weakened his immune system.
That sounds about right, yeah.
That's what I said. I think it was perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Plus 10 points.
Perfect. Will,
Gain inspiration.
Yeah, exactly. Will, how has your week been?
My week's been alright. I spoke to quite a few of you this week. I have the house to myself again this weekend. So, which means less use of headphones. And a new pizza place opened, which immediately meant I have spent way too much money on takeout and have got a twins of a food baby. So,
question. So pizza places like here in the States, they like advertise themselves as like real Chicago style pizza or real New York style pizza. Across the pond, what do pizza places advertise themselves as?
You rarely get... They don't really advertise as one particular thing. We rarely get Chicago's unless they're like store-bought. But what I've got is the thin crust, so I guess New York style.
So, but I mean, like the store itself, is it like a chain store, or is it like a family operated
thin crust? No, it's rarely family operated.
Okay, all right. I was just curious because, here it's always like, authentic New York cuisine or something, whatever you may think, or like their names are very clearly Italian, even though they may not be Italian.
Yeah.
So, okay, I was just curious. That sounds awesome and exciting. Brian, how has your week been, sir?
Busy.
Doing what?
Work. Yeah, that's about it.
Just work, huh?
Oh, someone's car got stolen at my work. That was pretty fun.
That sounds like a good story.
I mean, kind of. It was just kind of disappeared, and then they freaked out about it and called the cops, and that was about it. They never found it. Their car was just gone.
I like the idea of somebody finding it.
Yeah.
Just like
Also, apparently, my work has security guards, and they're some of the biggest dudes I've ever seen in my entire life. They're both at least 6'7" and weigh a good 320 pounds.
I think the important question to ask is here, how long have you been working there and not known there's been security?
Like a year.
That seems nigh impossible.
well, what kind of place do you work at?
Just like a retail place.
Yeah, how
work
the
at Home
fuck have you
Depot.
not met them?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's strange, but whatever.
Because my place is rather nice. We don't get, like, bad people ever.
I mean, yeah, but there's some fucking targets in some really nice areas too, but they still have security.
But they don't, like, walk around. They just, like, stay in the back all day. Never see them.
So wait, they are there.
As someone who actually works in the field, that's not necessarily true. They're probably loss prevention, not necessarily security.
Yeah, probably.
Because there's a difference.
Yeah, isn't loss prevention like the shoplifter kind of thing?
Yeah, it's anti-shoplifting, that kind of stuff.
I mean, but we don't have any, like, loss prevention guys at my store. Because if we did, I would have seen them a lot sooner.
Is your store, like, in a complex of other stores? Or is it, like, a standalone?
No. It's a Home Depot. It's, like,
Interesting.
Home Depot, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. That's the right word for it.
You sure they weren't just, like, random passerbys that
Yeah,
happened
no.
to look like security people?
No, they came up with my manager.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Liam, how have you been, sir? How's your week been? No trips to the States this week, I assume?
No, nothing particularly exciting going on.
Well, that's good. Or bad, depending on how you look at it. If you're one that craves excitement, I
I can take a break once in a while, yeah.
The wedding in the States was enough. You can hold off for a few weeks.
I'm just not comfortable being around that many Trump supporters.
Oh, Jesus. Whatever. Here's the deal. Here's the only thing I'll say on politics. I don't give a shit who is the next president. I don't care who the last president was, and I didn't care who the president before that was, because very rarely, and I guess Obama was the exception to the rule, does whoever the president is change my life in any way at all, ever.
Mhm.
like it doesn't have any effect on me who the president is, so I don't really care who gets elected.
Well,
I think it would be
next
hilarious.
election might, but yeah.
I think it would be hilarious if Gary Johnson gets elected, because literally everybody will lose their shit. I actually read something. He's the first third-party candidate to ever make it onto all 50 states' ballot.
Whoa.
Yep. In order to
That's-
make it onto a state ballot, you have to have 13% of the vote.
That's dedication.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's like within the margin of error, I think. So that'll be interesting. It will probably not necessarily be who gets the most votes. It'll be who loses the least amount of votes to Gary Johnson is more likely what it will turn out to be.
A real funny way to say that.
Yeah. Megan, hello. Megan, hello,
Huh?
hello. Megan. You know, this happened a few days ago when I was trying to talk to Megan, and she yelled at us, told us all to stop talking, and then we all continued to talk repeatedly.
I think I was singing.
Yes, I think that's a true story.
Well done.
Should we start singing now?
No, you shouldn't start singing ever.
Hi, Megan.
There you are.
Hi. Sorry, I was cleaning up a mess of a plate that fell on the ground because a spider fell in my hand, and then I dropped it, and then it shattered on the ground.
Okay.
Seems fair.
Understand.
We're
So that
gonna
was
need
what I was doing.
we're gonna need a couple of details here. One, did the plate currently have anything on it?
Yeah, because I was taking it out of the microwave, so it had my dinner on it, which is even more sad because now I don't have
right.
anything to eat.
Yeah.
So now I'm just sitting at my desk without food.
So that's the second most important. The third most important thing is, are you on a laptop, and how large is the fire inside of your house right now?
No, I'm not on a laptop.
I think he's saying that. What did you burn the spider?
I mean, I'm
I
assuming.
know,
you're-
right?
I'm assuming
at my
you're-
hand, it was more like my arm. What I was trying to like scrub the spider off. I don't know where it went to. That's the problem.
Oh, that's
Yo,
a problem.
It fell off my arm, and now I don't know where it is.
Spider
Look
bro,
like
spider bro won't hurt you.
Room, so that's good. I don't know, man. It's been a rough like 10 minutes.
Spider bro's just gonna crawl in your mouth when you're sleeping, and you'll eat him.
Can you
Fine.
not please like?
Have you ever read
God.
that thing that's like? Have you ever considered that a spider that's been living in your room for a while might just think you're a roommate, and then you kill him? Now who's the bad guy?
That's hilarious.
Then plus 20.
That's a good one. I like that one. We're missing
So-
Dalton, which is odd.
Yeah, that
to
is
say the
odd.
least. He's currently away. I will message him and see if we can get him back. But until then, we should probably go ahead and figure out how the hell you guys are not going to die. I will do a quick recap for everyone. So, last session, being the session after Jackson blew up a house.
Let's forget that. There's more important things going on.
Yeah, clearly there is now. But you guys may not have been in the position you are in when this incident occurred, had you not blown up a house, and you may have been better prepared for it. So, Jackson blew up a house, and you guys were essentially brought and questioned by the individuals of the Church of Sigmar, and then you were informed that they had sent for inquisitors. And we had done kind of like a time-lapse thing, where we had gone forward about a week in time. And you guys were informed that they had sent for inquisitors, which is typically bad news. Like, typically the inquisitors are the guys that come in and get the information that they want, no matter what they have to do to get it. So understandably, the group of you was probably a little bit apprehensive at that. And also during this entire process of you guys being questioned and having some interactions with the Church of Sigmar, in addition to having some interactions with Lady Sylar, Vi and Chester were having a debate as to whether or not they should abandon you or not. And Vi had received, as well as can be received, a message from her, the person whom she follows, and had given her that same option. And luckily for the group of you, they decided that they were going to stick around, and they felt some amount of loyalty to you, however small it may be. So, the Avatar of Luck guided Vi and Chester to be at the church at a specific time on a specific day, because something was going to happen. Didn't tell them what, but knew that something was going to occur. The four of you that were currently inside of the church, and that would be Farron and Petrov and Hannibal and Morella, all were taken down to the Great Hall area, and it's where you met the Inquisitors for the first time. There were 4 of them, and they brought along their individuals for intimidation purposes, or perhaps people that they require substances from, or who knows what those 4 dudes that were all mangled and maimed in the cages were meant to do. But they had shown up and they had asked you some questions. They were using this kind of ornate fire pit, and like throwing dust in it after you guys had answered questions and reading that, however which way they may read it. However, there was an event that occurred. The fire began to spark up and ignited and actually created this portal, from which a spectral figure emerged who announced himself as Anders Wilhelm of Avalon, and said that there was a darkness coming and that everybody needed to join him, and in doing so he would guide them to defeating the darkness. And then when he was attacked by the other acolytes and guards and stuff inside of the church, he called the group of everyone there currently blasphemers and summoned a bunch of demons down upon the church. There was this big bone guy that jumped out of the middle portal, and then all 4 of those other individuals mutated into these weird demon things, and then there were a bunch of these tiny little scabby, pustule-looking demons that were running around and were basically doing a really good job at killing all of the NPCs. Luckily for you guys are, hardened adventurers, and you were standing up to them in your own right. So I think that instead of jumping right into the action here, we're going to see another scene, another cinematic scene, if you will. And the scene that we get is we see the spectral figure of Anders Wilhelm come back through the portal, and we see the bone demon go through the portal, and the portal closes. And we see Anders, and to remind you, he's wearing this armor blacker than night. He has this long white hair that's very straight. He carries this large greatsword on his back, this very ornate handle and pommel. He's walking through these halls of this keep, and we know this place to be the Brass Keep based on Hannibal's vision that he had a while back. We see him, he approaches a hooded individual who we know to be his accomplice of some sort. We didn't really ever have a name for him, but we know who he is. He's the evil wizard, basically. And Anders approaches him, and we see him ask if everything is done, if everyone got the message. And the wizard is clearly packing up from just casting some type of ritualistic spell. And he nods and explains that everybody has seen the image. And Anders says how many of them, chose to come. And I think we just see the other individual. He just slowly shakes his head. And we see Anders' face kind of darken and his brows furrow. And he turns around on his heel and his hair whips around, and he marches out into this courtyard area and then out onto this balcony. And we've seen this before too, where he looks down over the hordes of his army that is currently positioned at the Brass Keep. And he makes an announcement to them, and he pulls out his sword and he points in the direction. And the only words that we hear of his big bold speech, it's all kind of muted. We're going through the armies, right? It's these demons mixed in with these undead, all very nasty and there's humans kind of mixed in, but they all looked a bit tainted, probably by chaos, just a little bit. They just have a little bit of the taint on them. And at the end, we see Anders point his greatsword to what we know as west, with the sun setting in that direction. He points it towards the west, and we just hear him scream, "To Middenheim!" And the armies begin to march out in that direction. And then I think we jump back into the scene where the group of you are currently fighting for your lives.
Yay!
So, I'll give everybody a moment. Right, yeah, there probably won't be any consequences to all of that. I'll give everyone a moment to just reevaluate the scene. And I'll go through it as well. So the Bone Demon here is still in the middle by the fire pit. Most of the damage is being directed in his direction. He definitely looks a bit injured. He's got where the bones, like along his body, are cracked. There's like this clear, like kind of. It would probably have the consistency of like syrup. Liquid is kind of pouring out of the bones that are cracked along his body, and he looks fairly injured. He's faltering a little bit. He looks like he's moving a bit slower. There are two giant things over here who, having dealt with their adversaries, are currently moving rapidly on Farron and Petrov's position. This guy right here, we know him. He's been attacking with all three of his claws and then trying to throw people in his mouth to eat them. This thing right here tries to grapple with the claws and then like eat them with the tentacles. And so that's kind of nasty. Over here we have this big tentacled monster, and he is currently dealing with the reinforcements that have arrived from the trapdoor right here. We do know that there is a banished giant gorilla, King Kong-esque demon that has been banished by Vi. And then there's all these little tiny dudes who so far have taken out 2 of the guards, but still have 2 to contend with. There's obviously like many more on this side of the screen than there is on this side of the screen. And then we have Vi back here, and then we have Chester all the way down here by the door, hiding behind a statue, just firing crossbow bolts into the room somewhat haphazardly. Not wanting to obviously approach the situation in any regard. So, everyone got a good grasp, have a good memory of what occurred and what will occur?
Yeah, I was about to die.
Well, luckily, it is your turn, Farron McKibe. This thing did come up and hit you. I think it missed you twice and then it hit you once.
Yeah. And,
it's like kind of slashing at you. Luckily for you, this thing over here, Hannibal had shot that thing, so its attention is primarily focused on the Morella-Hannibal combo over here. And also of note, in addition to the reinforcements you guys have down here, one of the Inquisitors is still up. He currently has Sanctuary active on him. And then wow, I forgot his name, actually.
There's...
What did
thwart.
He wasn't Theogonus Wayfarer.
No, he was something like...
He was Commander... what was his name?
It was start with a th, I think.
We'll call him Commander Theoden. That sounds good. I'm gonna write that down. I didn't write that down last time. I'm a bad GM. I'm sorry. I apologize to everyone involved.
It's not enough.
I know. Commander Theoden. Cool. He had fallen once, but the Inquisitor had cast a spell and gotten him back on his feet, and continuing to fight the giant bone demon that was currently assaulting you. And then you have 2 more guards, probably most importantly for Vi. You have 2 guards down here that are fighting these little tiny demons. This guy over here appears to be being overwhelmed fairly quickly. This guy down here, he's kind of holding his own a little bit. He's doing okay. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. But Farron, what is your plan, sir?
You've
had a whole week to think about it, so make it a good one.
I'm now going to go balls to the wall, bring out my rapier, and go stabby.
It's good to know Farron going balls to the wall is him pulling out his rapier and missing twice.
Yes. But then, seeing as I'm also the only one that's actually hurting the most...
Really?
Well, you're fine. You've got Mirella next to you.
It just automatically makes it better.
I'm going to.
I mean, what if you were
healing
Farah?
It's true. So you're going to healing word yourself? Is that what's
word.
going
I
on
am,
here?
yes.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So you probably don't miss this thing. It's kind of slow and lumbering, but I think that you're met with like a lot of resistance when you go to stab it. You're just not penetrating through its thick hide.
Exactly.
It doesn't seem to be a dexterity thing that's keeping you from hitting the thing. This thing is a very thick hide and it's very armored.
Yep.
It's almost like you're striking stone in certain places. So yeah, that is probably why you are not dealing damage to it. But at least, hey, you're back at 12 health and you probably won't die in one hit anymore.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's move on to Marilla, who has been doing the same thing the whole time, so I think it's pretty safe for me to go ahead and play that out, where I literally just attack him twice with the spear.
You're alright.
Let's see. Marilla. Character sheet. Let's pop that out so I can have it for later. We're attacking with the Fairheart Spear twice. Wait. Hold on. What?
What?
He's got stuff on here that I need to make sure that I'm going to use. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Got it. Okay, cool. So he's going to attack with his spear twice. Pachow! Pachow! Jeez. You guys are not rolling well today, apparently. It seems. Both of those unable to pierce the hardened bone of the creature that he is fighting. She is fighting, I should say. Which unfortunately makes it the Bone Devil's turn. So the Bone Devil actually has 4 different targets in this instance. So he is going to... He gets 3 attacks, I believe. He gets 2 with his claws and then 1 with his tail. So I'm going to roll some dice here to see who he's going to attack, because none of you are really, like, the most concerning. Like, the dude just smited him and did a lot of damage. Morella's done a lot of damage, but also there's been a couple spells that have done damage, and there's some arrows that have done damage. So nobody's really, like a clear, better target in this instance. So the Bone Devil, who indeed does get 2 claw attacks and 1 tail attack. I'm just going to /roll 3d4. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so he's going to attempt to attack the Inquisitor twice with his claws, and then the tail is going to go at Marilla again. So he's got to make a Wisdom saving throw, first of all, in which he passes. So he's going to attack with the first claw. It actually misses somehow. Good lord. How? Okay. Well, it's fine. He's already passed his Wisdom saving throws. He's going to attack with the second claw, which hits, dealing 12 damage, and that is enough to slice the Inquisitor, and he crumples to the ground. And then we got a tail attack that comes spinning after he's able to swipe him. His tail whips around and stabs down at Morello, who tries to bring her shield up in time, and she does so quite handily. She's able to get her shield in the way and deflects the tail strike again.
God, that poison.
That poison's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
It's never the the strike that'll kill you. It's always the other effects. All right. So we move on to this guy down here who's fighting the reinforcements, and I'll do this very quickly. I believe he gets 3 attacks. Yeah. So he's gonna try to tentacle the 2 guards, and then he'll bite the knight. Bites the knight, misses, and then the guards misses, and 15 misses. So he misses all 3 of his attacks. He's just out there swinging wildly. The knights get to go. Cool. So this knight over here, he's got a longsword and a shield. So he's got a little bit more armor. Armor is the name of that word, not anything else. And you hear, Vi, you probably hear this the best, because the others are kind of embroiled in a very kind of locked up conflict over there. But you hear, like, voices calling from around the corner, like, "For Sigmar!" and, like, people attacking and shit. And that's how you would like know you have reinforcements, even though you can't currently see them. It's very clear that there are other people entering the fray that are not necessarily going to kill you. Still a possibility, though. Who knows? They may still blame you for something. The knight. Here he is. Cool. Awesome. So he gets 2 attacks with his longsword. Pachow. Pachow. Yeah, awesome. So he hits with both of them, dealing a grand total of 17 damage. Not too shabby. That thing it's definitely not doing so well. Then, yeah, go that dude, exactly. Commander, oh, hi, Dalton.
Sorry.
It's okay. I assumed you were asleep. Commander Leodin, or Theoden, is going to attack the great guy, and he's got a great sword. He's wielding his great sword. So boom, boom. He hits with his first one, dealing a hefty blow. Does he have any spell slots left? Let me look. He does have one more spell slot left. Do I have that loaded in here? I don't. Okay. I believe it's an extra 2d8 damage for him. So he's going to, again, smite the creature with his last spell slots, dealing an additional 10 damage. Kind of messing this thing up. It is significantly more hurt than it was before. Now we have these tiny little dudes, and they're just gonna, we'll do the one on the right first, because that'll be the easier one. They're just gonna start wailing on some guys, because that's what they do. There they are. Character sheet. And we get 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, 4 attack. Alright, so he hits with the second one actually hits him. But luckily, it is not enough to kill him. He is just taking some damage. He's looking kind of hurt now, though. Probably, like, rips off, like, a chunk of his calf. Because these things are, like, really small. They're only, like, 1.5 feet tall, maybe. They're just kind of like leaping and clawing and gnawing on things. Over on the left-hand side, though, they get far more attacks than that. So let's see. Let's see if they can get through the defenses. 1, 2. Oop. That second one is a hit, but doesn't kill him. Alright, so that's 2 of them. And then, let's look. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh! With the last one, he is taken down. So now these guys are going to look for another like, target. And I don't know if they have a good one here. So I think that they probably actually are going to run over here. And get into combat with this guy. They're very swarmy. They just want to kill things and swarm things.
This poor guy.
Yeah, he's about to get wrecked. Wreck-arena'd. They like their swarm tactics. They're all nice in a nice little ball, though.
Shame we don't have a wizard.
I mean, you guys have... There are some AoE capabilities within the party, I think. Speaking of, Vi, it's your turn. Okay, so you won't technically be in combat with those 2 guys because you're kind of on the other side of the wall, even though it's within 5 feet. But if you want to run up there, yeah, like that, then yeah, that's totally cool. Okay, so as we determined, yes.
Yes, I understand the ramifications.
Yes.
No.
So, describe to us again, Vi, what your spirit guardians looks like.
My crows of light, I think we've determined.
Yeah, they're black crows, but they still do radiant damage.
Uh-huh.
You don't necessarily worship an evil deity.
They're not evil crows.
Right? Yeah. No. Crows themselves are not inherently evil, right?
Exactly.
This is true.
They're just
So
horrible.
they just descend and swarm the swarm, basically.
Yeah. So, I think for anyone who is not like previously aware of anything going on, I think the group of you probably sees this avatar of just energy just walks kind of to the edge of the room, and you hear, because it's probably loud, right? The crows are probably clawing.
Oh yeah, it's like deafening as much as that can be in this current combat situation.
Right, exactly. So I think that the group of you turns and you see Vi just like, I don't know what, like, how you're like holding your hands or anything, but you know, if you're just like
they're down by my side with fists.
Yeah, so you're just like, you're concentrating like really hard, and there's just these crows swarming around here. If they were corporeal, there'd be wind kicked up from all the amount of flying creatures that have just entered the battle, all willy-nilly. And I think that, like, most importantly, we see that there's a large monkey that enters the field. It kind of drops out, and you see it, like, it lands, it kind of stumbles, and it just, like, begins to look around and isn't quite sure what's going on with it currently. But, I think most importantly, I get a save, don't I?
Yeah, the half as much
what is
damage.
it? Wisdom. Okay. I have a lot of creatures there. 10 creatures there. All right. So let's look at some wisdom. I don't. Okay. I'm gonna roll it for each square that they're occupying. So I'm gonna roll 3 saves, and we'll go top to bottom, left to right. I don't want to roll 8 saves. That's silly. Okay. First one fails. Second one passes. Third one fails. So, how much health do these guys have? Let's see here. Not enough. All of these guys are destroyed. All of these guys are destroyed. One of these guys is destroyed. And then these guys, I'll take 5 damage. So the crows are just destroying these things. Now, so my question is, like, do the crows, when they hit and then they, like, explode, do they, like, transport the pieces of flesh they're ripping off in, like, a different dimension or something? Like, you know, like, we can't see it. It's just, like, all of a sudden they're just missing pieces of these creatures until they're nothing. Yeah, it's just
disappearing. Yeah,
right.
It's just disappearing piece by piece.
Yeah. They just become nothing, right? They just become part of the smoke and, like, black crap that is coming out of your body.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it, yeah.
It's all fucking awesome and cinematic. To shreds, yes, in fact, to shreds.
Correct.
And I think that this guardsman right here, for a moment, he's like trying to fend off the crows at the same time, right? Because he doesn't know, like, they're good, right?
Yeah.
So he's like fending off the crows, and they're just like avoiding him. And I think that when he sees them like attacking the things, he probably like gives a cheer. He probably says "For Sigmar," just because that's what he's trained to say, right? A small crow poops incorporeal poop.
One of them
on
does
his shoulder.
end up hitting him if he says that.
Right, yeah. Just like he says for Sigmar.
Accidentally.
Right, he says for Sigmar, and one like swoops awfully low to his face, and he kind of like jumps back
Buzzes
again.
him.
Yeah. I think it's cool.
I mean, I half expected them to just leave, so that's still a step up.
It's true, right? Yeah, like all of you see this avatar of cleric awesomeness walk into the room and essentially destroy, I mean, a large amount of the creatures that were going to probably be a problem at some point for you. Cool. Awesome. However, trading that for this large gorilla thing is probably might be about even, but I guess the advantage is there's a much better chance that Vi and Chester don't get swarmed by a bunch of fucking tiny little demon dudes.
We just get killed by Harambe instead.
Yeah, Harambe just kills you. Yeah, that's true.
Dicks out.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Is that it for Vi? You still technically have like a bonus action and stuff.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. All these guys are dead. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove them from the order. That makes it Petrov's turn.
Exciting. So this is, I mean, we're kind of back to the situation that he's had before, where he is very small and he is surrounded by nightmares. Yeah. So
it seems to be a running theme in this particular arc.
No, that's just Petrov's life.
Okay.
Not going to.
Chester may be a part.
A little bit slower than I'd like, so I think really his only effective option is to dart up here, because this thing looks squishier than most of the others, see if he can impale it. That'll do.
That is most certainly a hit.
Wow.
But it didn't roll critical for some reason.
I don't know why it didn't, actually. You might not have it... Do you have it selected on your character sheet?
I will check.
Because I think you have to actually, like, select the crit thing. Yeah, you don't have them selected on your
Oh, interesting.
Well, and anyways, he would just roll 1d8
yeah,
plus
right.
46.
Yeah, just roll 1d8 plus 46 again, and we'll add it.
Sweet Jesus.
Rogue.
It's gonna be a lot of damage for sure. I'm excited about this. This thing is going to get rectified. Also, so an additional 20 damage. So 18 plus 20, making that a grand total of 38 damage to the creature.
So
Thank you.
I guess Arkady just impaled it directly in its like primary heart.
Right. So yeah. So you saw Farron like trying like taking like these jabs at it, and like it was missing the vital parts, and maybe you identified like the specific part where that kind of rock like armor was a little bit more vulnerable, and you just went right for it and nailed it.
Can but hope. Yeah. So sweet.
That is awesome.
Jabs in there. Just sort of nudges Farron to the side, like in there, and disengage. Oh no, I can't. I have to. Sorry, I have to disengage and save myself, so I cannot give Farron the advice. But I mean, he saw what happened.
Well, can't you disengage with your rogue
He gets
action?
Yeah, but I can't then also give him advantage.
Oh, you have
It's a
to
bonus
use
bonus
you have to
action.
use your cunning action to.
Yeah. It can be
gotcha.
disengage
Gotcha.
or aid, but not both.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, in the interests of not dying, Arkady disengages.
Okay, gotcha. I'm tracking now. I'm tracking what's going on. Jesus, 38 damage. That was a lot of damage.
Mm.
This thing is not looking as hot as it should be.
You are now the primary target.
I mean, it's still got Farron to contend with, right? Like it again, Arkady made a good point. He's small and like kind of he felt something stabbing him. He looked at it, and then, you know, Farron's the only one there with a stabby thing in his hand.
One would say.
Awesome. That thing's looking a little bloodied now. I think from that wound, it kind of like it turns a weird way and it opens up, and this kind of it's like purplish bubbling ooze starts to like just gush out of that wound that Petrov made, making that creature quite bloodied.
This is just a dream. This is just a dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gross. Awesome. Exactly. All right, so I actually do still have some guardsmen here. Let me see. We've got a sword attack on the little main guys. Let's see if he can just go ahead and just kill one of those outright. Human. Where are you, guard? There you are. Awesome. We're gonna make a. Does he have a sword or a spear? He has a sword. Boop. Does he hit one of these guys with a 9? He sure does. So another one of these little tiny creatures is slain by his stabbing with his short sword down here. And then the other two are going to attack the large thing that their boss essentially was attacking. So one attack with a spear and one attack with a sword. Neither unfortunately hit.
Bitches.
So, Farron, got good news and I got bad news. The good news is this thing has taken a lot more damage since it last had a turn.
Yeah.
The bad news is it still has a turn.
Yeah.
And it is going to move a little bit more in contact with you, and it's going to just try and kill the thing it assumes tried to kill it.
And I haven't got a shield on right now. Yay.
No, you do not. Cool, so I get 3 claw attacks and 1 bite attack. So I'll make my first claw attack. 15?
Miss.
20?
Hit.
Okay, so that one hits. 22? So you take 2 hits from that. Now this is the one you want to dodge. Except I rolled a 23.
So he takes 32 damage.
Yes.
Are you down?
Anything left?
No. I'm not down.
No, Nah, he's fine. He's close.
Hey, that boy.
Yeah, you're doing it.
He's close to down, but he is not.
And he's
down
gone.
yet.
And he's back.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like how you just took so much damage you disconnected. That was great.
So, minus 32.
So yeah, so it hits you with one claw and you kind of go reeling, and then it slashes at you with another claw and you kind of go reeling, and then its mouth thing it leans down and chomps and grabs a hold of your arm or whatever and rips some flesh off of the bone. Definitely probably not feeling so hot after that, huh, Farron?
No, I'm not, surprisingly.
So that brings us to the marvelous Chester, who I'll remind you is way down here.
Oh, he's way down there. If he could be farther, he would be.
Does he look like a bitch?
Yes.
That's given.
That was good.
So, Chester's gonna continue doing what he has been doing and firing arrows into the room.
And you're going to shoot at the large bone demon, correct?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Big scary thing is still in my vision.
But Harambe has entered your vision. Does it give you warmth and love?
Oh, shit. Jesus.
Oh.
The rogues today, man. Holy crap. The
So-
rogues today are fucking putting work in.
Aha.
Wow. Okay, so obviously we'll take
30
the
damage.
first one. Yeah, so it gives us 12 plus an additional 18, giving us a grand total of 30.
They're the exact same.
And you just like that arrow probably hits the bone creature in the neck.
Okay, let it be known that he just rolled 4 crits in a row.
Well, technically, what was 19?
It's still a crit.
It's still a critical.
Yeah.
Okay.
You busted.
I'm
You
gonna need you
busted.
to go check your dice. How's that? Because it's not only that, but you also rolled max damage on both of the.
No, it was luck.
It is rolling
Oh,
the
wow.
die.
Monstrous.
Jeez. Okay.
The
Yeah.
only thing you could have rolled higher on was your original damage.
The
roll.
original damage. Yeah.
Holy shit, wow.
Good.
Pretty good.
Lord.
Oh, and I suppose technically the sneak attacks could have been higher.
Yeah, but I mean, still, that's a lot of max dice.
Actually, looking at this, it might have been it just copy and pasted the crit.
No.
No, I don't think it did.
Well, no, because
No.
look at the what he rolled for the sneak
Yeah, no,
attack.
you literally rolled the same dice multiple times.
Yeah, no.
It's actually just insane. Wow.
Alright.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
then
screenshot this,
like
actually.
we just gets the arrow just
Algorithms.
flies in and embeds, or the crossbow bolt, I guess technically, because you're not using a bow. The crossbow bolt flies in and just embeds itself in the neck of the bone demon, and you see it scratch for a moment at it, and then just just the force, the concussive force of the bolt just blows out like a hole, and now it's just bleeding profusely with that kind of that syrupy, liquidy, clear substance is just gushing from its neck now. It is severely hurt by that, and then Chester just vanishes. He fucking Batmans, and just nobody can see him.
Chester is still a scaredy cat.
But you are the most accurate, most stealthy scaredy cat that ever did exist. So,
Pretty good cat.
it's this crab thing's turn, and as I stated, Hannibal, you are a clear and present danger currently. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to right there. And Marilla is not its target, unfortunately. You are for at least the first attack, and we'll see what happens. Let me pull up this guy's character sheet. Characters. Oh, sorry, it's under creatures. Mutants and demons. Where are you, thingy? There you are. Alright, so with this guy, I get 2 pincer attacks, and then I get to attack with the tentacles if one of these hits and grapples you successfully. So, first attack. It's a hit. Alright.
Dad, can I use my reaction to Papa Down?
Misty Escape What are the
No.
what are the limitations on Misty Escape?
No, not Misty Escape.
Oh, you mean the
Hellish
other
Rebuke.
thing. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you can use your reaction on that.
Shabam. Oh, the image isn't there anymore.
The image is broken. So what does it look like? You've never used this, I think.
I have before.
In the presence of us.
I don't know, actually.
I'm not sure that you have.
I don't remember.
Basically, from his cut, just blood turns into pure fire and just starts racing along the pincer arm up into its face.
Nice. Cool. It still has you grappled, though. Just mind you.
Yeah.
And I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Would it have disadvantage because it's grappling me?
No, technically not.
Mm.
I fail anyway, though. So I take the full damage. 14 fire damage to this thing. Is he weak to anything? No. Not to this particular type of damage. So he takes 14 fire damage. And in, like, you see his tentacles, like, start flailing in rage. And he's gonna try and come at you with his other pincer. And hit you again. Bam! Misses.
Miss!
But then, with his first pincer, he holds you in place as his tentacles descend upon you. And I need you to make me I think it's Wisdom. It's a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh.
DC 13. You pass. No effect. So the tentacles are like whapping you in the face, and you see, I think you see from up close, you see that they have these like little spines on them, like it's like a cat's tongue, right? Like with the what do they call it? Like the sandpapery stuff. And it's trying to like find a hold on you, but with your mask and like your baggy clothing, it just can't get a good hold on you, and you're able to resist the effects of it. But you are grappled. The DC for getting out of that is 14 whenever you decide that you want to try and get out of that. Which means it's your turn, sir.
Like, it's holding me up, right?
No, it's holding you in place.
Could I possibly knock it away from me with my Eldritch Blast?
You would be drug with it. Based on the rules of grappling, it can move while having you grappled and drag you along with it. So...
Also, because it's a range attack and close melee, you would have disadvantage.
That is also correct.
In that case, I would like to use my inspiration.
Okay.
To use my item.
Okay. All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no. Any D20 check. So roll me 2D20 D1.
Oh, God. The fuck is this? Because I don't think we've seen this happen.
It's happened one other time.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Oh, my God. You never rolled a 2 on one of those, right? Alright, cool. Yeah, it's successful.
Basically, Hannibal's... Because he's grappled, you just see his chest glow green for a moment. Underneath the clothes, and it just spreads throughout his entire body. And yeah, that's all I could really do at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations. You did not have a bad thing happen to you.
So are you like poisonous now, or do you just have
No, basically I rolled something, and if I ever fail it, I will die.
Yeah, that's essentially
awesome. But I mean, what did happen?
Something awesome for a warlock.
Yeah, I mean mechanically it's it allows him to regain some of his resources back. But only like once. And if he tries to do it like multiple times in a row, it gets harder and harder and harder, and then he just has more chance of dying.
Yeah.
So I've told him he could totally use it as many times as he wants. In as rapid of a succession as he wants. That'd be...
He would literally implode on himself. It would be fantastic.
Yeah.
It's not exactly that. It's something much worse.
He'd probably just become an NPC.
A dead one, but an NPC nonetheless.
Yeah, cool. So that brings us back to the top of the order. Mr. Farron McKibe, you're not looking so hot over here, buddy.
No, I'm not.
I think you cut out, or I
it's
cut out.
always him that has to fight the physical. Hello? Am I here?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. He first contemplates why he's the only one that ends up fighting the huge, burly bulking
true.
demon.
As you look to your
Hey,
right, you see the giant crab creature behind Marilla and the giant bone devil in front of her.
What
true,
about
though.
the fact that I'm being completely in a standoff with a gigantic crab monster?
I mean, he's
My
not,
guy has 4 attacks.
He's not. He's not.
My
he's
guy
not
can
wrong.
hit me.
He's not wrong when he says he also has issues with attacking big burly things.
Well,
Alright, so for the sake of it, I'm going to draw a dagger into my offhand in
Why
case
not?
I get a chance to use it. But my character sheet is closed. I am first going to heal myself up again because god damn I need it.
Mm-hmm.
3.
13.
Nice.
Wow.
13. Nice roll. That might
Alright.
save you from at least one hit, maybe 2.
Man, I'm jealous.
Yeah, I think I'm going to shout out whilst coughing blood. Is that all you got? And take the dodge action.
Nice. It will now have disadvantage when attacking you. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really smart for you to do. I think
It
that's,
is.
I think that's a really, really smart thing. You kind of just have to like wait until other things are dead, and you guys can focus your power.
Wait
I
for
like it.
Ricardo to get another crit.
look, I'm trying, alright?
Yeah,
Marilla
absolutely.
can only do
wait
so
for
much.
wait for our mysterious disappearing Chester to fire another massive critical hit into the Bone Devil so that somebody is freed up, or wait for Petrov to stab it in the eyeball again. But now it's the monkey's turn, as you all have dubbed Harambe. And he, with the only obvious target being these guardsmen in front of him, is going to charge them. And he's going to attack this first one here. I don't have his character sheet open yet. I used a bunch of character sheets for this fight, man. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right. He gets to... Actually, I think that when he comes out and he sees the guardsmen, as he's running, he begins to like beat his chest like King Kong, would do. And those of you that can see him, you see his muscles kind of bulge a little bit, and he's going to attack recklessly.
Oh boy.
Which means he gets advantage on his attacks.
Rip.
So he gets 2 fist attacks. First fist, Jesus, is going to hit, but is not enough to take him out. This guardsman is a fucking trooper, by the way. He just takes it like a champion on the shield. And then a second fist attack. That one is enough to take him out, though. Gets thrown into the gong, and there's a resounding boom. And the monkey continues his rampage, and he attempts to bite to this other guardsman. And we'll see if he's able to do so. With advantage, he is able to do so, dealing 11 damage, and just impaling him with his large incisors. And that guardsman is shaken like a wet rag and thrown to the side. And now they are all focusing their attention on the knight.
Rest in peace, Knight. You will be missed.
Rip. Morella. By the way, on your first turn, all you did was attack. You hit it.
I
think,
figured.
once or twice.
Yeah. That's all really Marilla can do.
Yeah, you've kind of burned all of your things.
Yep. But seeing as the crab creature is behind, because I would assume Marilla has enough perception to realize, hey, there's a giant fucking crab creature behind.
If anything, the entire place lit up when Hannibal fucking hellish rebuked it.
Yeah. And so she sees this thing, like she maybe turns her head towards the side, seeing it, and twirling her spear in her hand, she quickly turns around and stabs the creature in the gut, hoping to free its grasp from Hannibal. And yeah, so I'm gonna stab it with my spear.
Roll an
Pew,
attack.
pew. Alright. So Jesus. Alright.
That is not a hit. I think it just glances off the carapace, and you misjudged the strength
two.
of the carapace. That one, however, is enough to hit it, dealing a solid 10 damage to it. And you feel like you're dealing significantly more damage to this creature than you were to the Bone Demon. The Bone Demon is obviously resistant for many reasons, mostly because he's made of bones.
Yeah.
But this creature is not quite as durable, and is looking kind of hurt now, actually.
Yeah. So realizing this creature isn't as big.
Correct.
Pow! Let's
Now,
fucking go.
This is the thing that could knock Hannibal free for sure. So roll me an athletics check, and
Yep.
I believe I have to roll athletics. I've never really determined.
It's athletics. It's athletics versus athletics.
Okay.
In this circumstance,
Boom.
there are things where it's like, all right,
I
damn,
rolled a 21.
but fuck.
No. It was prepared for your bashing, and I think by the time you stab it twice, it's able to throw off your shield and not get knocked prone.
Mm-hmm. Rip. I'm trying Hannibal.
The Bone Devil gets to go. He has.
Am I a target because I'm still grappled?
I actually don't think you are. I think it's just Commander Theoden and Morella at this point. So I'm gonna roll 3d2. Looks like the tail, man. That tail wants Morella. So 1 slash and 1 tail at Morella, and then 1 slash at Commander Theoden. So he's gonna attack Commander Theoden first with his massive slash. Where is he? There he is. With his claw attack, missing. Luckily for Commander Theoden, he's gonna use his claw attack on Morella's back, missing. And then the tail comes stabbing in, missing. Getting lucky. Y'all getting lucky. Cool. Awesome. So he's just being not very effective. He's probably like holding like his neck, and like he's got like a wound in his side too that he's like limping. So like it's probably due to the fact that he's injured pretty severely. Over here though, we have some tentacle things to throw at this knight figure. And let us see what that can do. There he is. So we're going to make 2 tentacles. Ooh, that one hits. Dealing some amount of damage. And then second tentacle attack. Although I think he is grappled, right? Yeah, medium grappled. So he's grappled and restrained until the grapple ends. And so he's going to try and hit him, and since he's restrained, I think that I do get advantage. I believe that's how the rules in the book say.
Yes.
So this attack does have advantage, which
I know,
still
because
misses.
Rock has been restrained many times.
Yes. Misses. And then let me read this one. Okay, that's for the next thing. And then he's going to try and like pull him into the mouth and bite him, and he gets advantage on that, which hits with the advantage. Hooray! Dealing 10 damage, and then he's got to make a Constitution saving throw. Where are the knights? There they are. Boom. Failing, unfortunately. So he's poisoned. He has disadvantage on all his attacks. It's not good for him. He's getting kind of beat up. However, it's his turn. He's restrained and poisoned, so he has disadvantage on this.
He had disadvantage on attacks anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what I mean. So I think he is going to. I mean, he's going to do the only thing he can do, and he's going to try and hit it with his longsword twice with disadvantage. And a 10 is not enough to hit the creature. So he's kind of swinging wildly, trying to chop off the tentacle that's got him gripped in it, but is no avail. There's still 2 of these guys. They're going to make 2 attacks, trying to end the life of this last guardsman. Wait, hold on. Is it the start of their turn, or is it the start of if they end their turn there, Vi? For Spirit Guardians.
I believe it's the start.
Okay.
I think it's the start.
Yeah, it's the start.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Then I actually think I was supposed to wait on that and do it now. But that's okay. It was cooler the other way. So they are going to attack, and I'm just going to skip that for this particular round. So they get 2 attacks. Ooh, the second one hits and brings the last guardsman down.
Johnny! He was a good man.
And now, Vi, they have a problem with you. The last two of their kind are gonna run up and attempt to get you. But basically, you can just ignore them, because they will more than likely die to your spirit guardians, and you could just move, disengage and move next turn or whatever. Cool. Saying that, it is your turn, Vi.
All right, so how do you want me to roll for the damage that's getting bad?
I'll ask for it at the start of whatever creature's turn is within the thing. I will just ask you to roll the spell again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna stay put then and do this.
Is Vi gonna attack with her weapon? Oh.
No, I'm going to try and blind the monkey.
The monkey. Okay. The giant monkey demon whose muscles are bulging. So I have to make a Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
Okay. Monkey
And for sure this one isn't concentration.
Yeah.
Yes, I double checked.
Does a 14 pass? I don't
No,
know
I
what your
have
DC
15.
is. 15? Okay, so yeah. He's totally blinded.
Yeah, yay.
First he gets banished, now he gets blinded.
He's just not having a
No.
good day.
I mean, maybe he
What the
just thinks
hell
he's been
is going
banished
on?
again.
Yeah.
Vi
Yeah.
definitely has a vengeance against monkeys.
Yeah.
Past
something-
life,
something
a
against
circus
monkeys.
took her
I
coins.
don't know, he just happens to be within 30 feet of me, is really what it is.
I believe it's a circus monkey.
The
taking
most
some
convenient
coins.
target within 30 feet. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
basically. Yeah, and then I think that's it.
Okay, cool. That brings us to Petrov's turn. Jackson, whatever you're doing, you should mute your microphone, please.
Sorry, I peed.
Yeah.
And I came back.
It's fine.
And my bed's really high up.
Anyway. So, as you can imagine, Arkady has an incredibly complicated plan this turn, during which he's going to run in over here, stab the target real hard,
And then run away.
and then run away.
You do hit the target again, though.
Decent. Not amazing,
A
but
man
decent.
That's still 18.
Yeah, 18 is still significant. That creature is not looking too great. He's looking just
I believe
about
in you,
as hurt
Farron.
He's looking just about as hurt as his boss is.
I'm glad somebody does.
So nothing else for Arkady?
Nothing else he can do.
Okay. Just as a question, because I don't know the mastermind as well as I should. What can you use your things for? Your
Things?
Oh wait, you don't have bardic inspiration. Do you have to use your cunning action for that kind of stuff?
To give somebody advantage? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I don't think there's any guards currently alive, so we're just gonna skip that. And Farron, as things would have it, is going to make one last-ditch effort to attempt to end your life. But he has disadvantage on all of these attacks, and you have a pretty high AC. So the first one, 7's definitely a miss.
Okay. Yeah,
17.
that's a hit.
All right. For 6 damage.
Yep.
Third attack, 13.
Miss.
And the bite. This is the big one, Farron. The creature looms over you.
Crit.
Oh!
Yes!
Oh.
Holy crap.
An 8 and a 26. So obviously with disadvantage, we're going to take the 8, and it will miss you. You're able to duck and dodge out of the way.
Oh, okay.
It
I feel a lot
seems as
better.
though, even with your heart racing, it seems as though your plan is working for now.